concealing instead of what I'm meant to. What's up, y'all? It is today. I don't know what day it is. It is today. And as promised, I told you guys that I would do a comparison on top cell and base cell pastes. And so that is what we're going to do today. As soon as I can unlock this. Nope. Okay. Well, there we go. What's up, Brittany? What's up, Emma Kate? How are you doing? How are things over way across the pond? Just having to grab my phone and got the notification. What's up, Shannon? Love you guys being here. I've already got my resin mixing. I got my boards prepped. I'm using some cradle boards from our website. These are like canvases, but they are wood, essentially, but they're lightweight. And so you can hang them just like you would a regular canvas, but it won't dip in the middle. Genius, if I do say so myself, but I'm biased, whatever. And I'm using my Istoyo stand mixer to mix up this resin, which is awesome. Saves me time, lets me do other things while my resin is mixing. Ooh. But you still have to scrape the sides and the bottom and your stir stick just to make sure you have a full and complete mix. I accidentally poured part B of my resin and didn't read which resin it was. So I again mixed up some Alumilite Amazing Quick Coat. So I'm on the clock again today because I like to punish myself. I don't know. This is a very fast curing 2-part epoxy, and it cures enough to sand and do a second coat within 4 hours, which is amazing. It has UV resistance. It's got a great viscosity, no VOCs. But the bad thing is you only have like 20 minutes to work with it. So I'm going to attempt to do at least 2 pieces with these 8 ounces before my resin sets. And we'll find out together whether I'm successful or not. So let's lift our cradle boards. If I can get these cups apart, sweet. Give up or don't. Save that one for later. So I get asked a lot what the differences in top cell and base cell pastes are. Essentially, all of the base cell pastes that I use / carry are from Color Passion. All Color Passion paste, other than the top cell white, are base cells. And I'm going to show you in real time with a demo what that looks like. So maybe it'll help you remember a little bit easier. Personally, I'm a visual learner. I am a hands-on learner. You tell me something 1,000 times and I'm probably not going to remember it. But when I have to use it, you know, in a practical sense, then I can grasp it better. If I see it being done, I can retain that information. So I'm hoping that helps you guys here today. It's important to know the difference because if you're trying to get cells or large cells specifically, you really need to use base cells, and they're kind of particular in that they're not going to work unless they're under a paste from another brand, which I'm going to show you. They also don't like a lot of heat. So I have my swiping paper here and ready. How does floating gold go over a base cell? You know what? If I can find some of my floating gold. You know what? I have some gold spray paint by the same brand handy. So I will show you. I don't know. I haven't done it. So we're going to find out together, Miss Emma. I'm glad your fox painting got there. Thank you so much for supporting my small business and purchasing an original from me. This has been mixing for about 3 minutes. I'm just kind of swirling my mixer around to make sure I don't have any little strings of resin that hasn't completely mixed together. But I think we're good actually. So let me try to get some of this resin off because waste not, want not. I'm gonna attempt to do that before it starts just splattering everywhere, just like that. Stop. Okay. I'm gonna let it just drip out onto my little this. We're good to go. I'm just gonna give it one more swirl on the sides just to be extra thorough with it. Now, if you are interested in this amazing quick coat from Illumilite, I have a link with a discount down in the description box. Anytime you guys use my links, it helps me out. Resin is an expensive medium, and it helps fund the channel. Anytime you guys use my Amazon link or my Stone Coat or Illumilite or whatever affiliate links I have down there. So let's concentrate on these guys. That's just going to have to work because okay, we can just turn the whole thing because that makes more sense. All right. We have our these ready to go. Meow. Let's pour out our colors. So let's we're going to do a dark turquoise, a spearmint, a white, and I was going to show you guys a metallic. Lorraine is a metallic. I was asked yesterday if the metallics sell as well, and so we're going to find out together. All right, so I am on the clock, so I'm not going to be able to read the chat for right now in this moment. So the mods are amazing. Thank you guys for being here and helping out. So the first color I'm going to use is Spearmint. It is Color Patch, and you can see that CP just faintly in the background. This is a great, a little bit like Breakfast at Tiffany's type color. It is flat. It has no shimmer or metallic in it. And I want it to be opaque, so I'm going to load it just a little bit. You don't have to load it. It'll work just fine without putting extra pigment in it. And I love using paste because they just melt into the resin. And isn't that just the best color? It's a little bit, a hair more on the side of green, like IRL. So just imagine it being just a little bit more green. I added just a little bit more resin because I had it extra, and I know I'm going to want to use more of this color. The next color I'm going to mix up is Dark Turquoise by Just Resin. This is going to be a top cell. Give up if I can get this open. I haven't used this color in a minute. However, it is and will always be one of my all-time favorite colors. It is a deep phthalo-y, turquoisey green. Again, I added a little extra. You do not have to add as much pigment as I do. Again, this is presenting a little bit blue on camera. In real life, it has a little bit, slightly hair more of a green tinge to it, but it's still a turquoise. All right, very opaque, no shimmer, flat color. Love it. I'm going to mix up some white. This is Lorez Angel White. I am out of it currently, but if you want a beautiful opaque white, you can use titanium from Just Resin, which I have in stock, Snow White from Color Obsession, slightly out of stock, waiting on a shipment from Color Obsession. Thank you everyone that's been patient waiting on the tints to come back in. No shimmer, flat, beautiful white. All right. Now I'm going to mix up the Lorraine Shimmer. It is by Color Passion. It will be one of the base cell pastes. Just like the spearmint that we mixed up. This one is actually more on the blue scale. It's pretty true to color as it is on camera. Emma, are you talking about the dark turquoise? It's one of my favorites. Thank you so much everyone who is in here today. If you know anyone that is struggling with how to know when to use top or base cell pigments, make sure you share this video with them. Right, let's do top cell first. So I'm going to use my dark turquoise. And I'm going to put just a little bit here. And let me just show you what it can do. This is what I use for when I do oceans. When I'm going to use intense heat and do oceany things, I will use a top cell white. All pastes on my website that are not from Color Passion are top cell. And these cells will grow as this self levels. Now, I'm going to put a top cell over a base cell. You're going to see a little bit of a difference in how it looks. Let's put the dark turquoise over. Remember, the dark turquoise and the white are top cell. And the spearmint and the Lorraine are base cell. So I'm just going to use some swiping paper and swipe my top cell over my base cell. Would have worked also just as well with the white. And I'm going to use my little torch just to show you. Those cells popping up. They present so much faster when you use a base cell, and they grow so much bigger. Still beautiful little cells, not the same. They are not created equal. Now, if I can get this turned off, there we go. I'm not going to set the house on fire. I had a question about metallic base cells. So I'm going to show you if that will work. So the blue that I just put down is the Lorraine. It is a base cell. It's by Color Passion. And the white I put down is a top cell. It is by Lorez, but I'm out of it. So just in your brain, substitute Just Resin Titanium. So it will still sell. It's just not going to be as pretty as the flats. And we'll just let this sit and grow and do something. Oh, I also wanted to show you what happens when you put a top cell, a base cell over a base cell. So just so that we can show you completely the difference, let's swipe this base cell over a base cell. So it'll give you some cells. Give it a minute and it will present better, but it's not going to be as nice as this one. So now let's do a piece using all of what we have. And let's put down our base cells first. I'm just going to put down some large patches of color because in my head, when you have large bits of color, you have a less busy design. It's more elegant. And so I'm going to manipulate as best I can the top cell, which are the dark turquoise and the white, over our base cell, which is the Lorraine and the spearmint. Now, I am going to just fill in these gaps real quick. Just real quick. I'm not going to spend crazy amounts of time on that because it's not that important. All right, let's get our heat gun and try to make some magic with this mess of color. So I'm going to use my heat gun at like half of what's available because too much heat and your cells won't stay. They'll kind of just relax and dissipate. So we're going to do top cell over the bottom cell, which is the spearmint. And then we'll do top cell over the bottom cell here. And also here and here. And we'll go this way on this one. I really like that dark turquoise. All right, that's enough heat. I'm just gonna use my face. To finish this out. Ooh, I'm gonna pass out. Ooh, love it. How fun does that look? That dark turquoise and spearmint working together. Okay, I'm gonna hit it with just a little bit of bits of heat. And we're gonna let this just relax and self-level. Over here while we try to make something magical out of this one. Now, my resin's starting to get warm on some of them. So before we do that, you can see that of these different cells that we did, the top cell over base cell is a clear winner when you want very defined cells like this. So the spearmint on the bottom, that light green color, is the base cell. It's by Color Passion. And then the dark turquoise, which is from Just Resin, on top of it. Just swipe, not much heat. Your cells are going to stay. Now, on this side, this little small batch, I'm going to put just some extra heat just so you guys can see what happens when you add too much heat. They're still cells, but they're a little bit fuzzy. They're broken. They're not as pretty. So just don't use too much heat when you're doing cells with a base cell. With top cell, I have way better results if I kind of have more of an intense heat. Give up. So just like before, I'm going to put my base cell down first. That just helps to ensure better odds of it being under my other colors if I just put it down first. If I fill the board up with other colors, paste from other brands that are top cell, then it's going to be harder for me to control what's on top and what is not so much. I'm just going to fill in any of the voids with the resin we have left. I hope we can make a cohesive piece out of this. We'll find out together though. Okay. Now, it's not getting warm yet. So this one, let's do a little bit more swipes. I'm just heating it to make sure it's all as fluid as I need it to be for a swipe. I didn't use a lot of heat. If you could dust heat over something, that's what I just did. I gave it the essence of heat. That probably makes no sense, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. Let's get a stool wipey paper out. What's up, Matt? Christine, how have you been? Angela, how are things in Vegas? Okay, so let's take some top cell and some base cell here. So I'm going to put my swiping paper in the white and the dark turquoise, which are top cell, and also put it in the spearmint, which is a base cell. And we're just going to kind of swipe it into and over each other. This is going to make kind of a more retro look, but I use this technique for geodes all the time. You can probably tell. Okay, that didn't tear quite as beautifully as I had hoped, but that's fine. So we just swiped this. Already you can see the dark turquoise over the spearmint. I didn't even put any more heat on it. It's already giving me cells. And this area here is also starting to sell without any heat at all. And that's because we picked up some of the Lorraine shimmer here. And the white is over the Lorraine as it goes down this way. Because we have two base cells, we're getting like shadowed cells. They have like a cell and then another cell around it. That's because we have essentially what happened there is a top cell, a base cell, top cell, and a base cell. So they're selling on top of each other. Let's add a little bit of heat and see what magic pops up. Looking fun. Ooh, I love those big cells just sprinkled in with those little ones. It reminds me a lot of a type of ceramics I used to do in college, crystalline. But we're not talking about ceramics right now. Okay, so let's do another one of those. We'll just follow along this way. So we're going to be touching a dark turquoise, a white, the spearmint, and dark turquoise again. So we're going to be hitting all the colors again with this one. I'm going to move this bad boy because I dribbled some of the piece I'm working on right now into it. So it's kind of giving it a little bit of a different look. Still not a bad look, just different. All right. So we just did this swipe and it is a bunch of top cell over base cell, and vice versa. So in theory, we should be able to see where the top cell was on top and where the base cell was on top. If a base cell is on top, you're not going to get the cells like you would have otherwise. Like these big old cells down here, that's because the base cell is on the bottom. Think of a base cell like the basement. You cannot put a basement on top of the first floor because then it's an attic. Science. So base cell, basement has to be on the bottom of everything else or just not going to work. So let's see what kind of magic we get here. All right. So you can see where that spearmint color is on top, this little bit, this bit, down here, where that light green color is on top. There's not really any cells there. And that is because it is the base cell and it is acting like an attic, and it's just not going to work like that. And here we don't have any cells really because it was probably the top cell over maybe the titanium, but then we pick up some of the spearmint here. You can tell because you can see inside of that cell the light green color. Ooh, these are starting to cell and separate and layer, and I love it when there's that like cell, 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 cell. Those outlined cells, so lovely, so beautiful. Whoa. Those cells are getting huge mucus. Ooh. So what are we gonna do to finish this? We'll put a little clamshell there. Ooh, that dark turquoise over the Lorraine. Now it has that little shimmer to it. Beautiful. Just dab some heat on it. Make it sell. That looks so fun. Look at those little fans in here. Those look like actual, it's not words, actual seashells just piled on top of each other. Beautiful, gorgeous, love it. Oh, I accidentally tilted that. All right. So we'll let that sit, settle, and relax. And we'll take another look at this first one that we did. Those cells are quite a nice size. Those are bigger than pencil erasers, which is wild to get in resin. You have to, in my experience, use a base cell to get bigger cells. I don't know what kind of magic in it is in it. I don't know what kind of juju. I don't know, but it's in it. And all I know is that it works when you use it properly. Now let's try to move this light so you can still see what I'm doing. And we'll move it over here. Much better. Okay, now I'm going to put another glove on because I took that one off. Let's see what happens if we tried the floating gold. I'm going to take my spray paint, spray it, pretend I have a respirator on. You guys shouldn't do this without a respirator on. It's one of those do as I say, not as I do moments. Okay, so I'm going to heat. I'm going to heat this bit because it has the biggest patch of just base cell that has not a whole lot else happening. And Emma, were you asking me if I would mix this into resin, if it'll work, or out of resin? I don't know, but let's just try both of them. if this is still liquid, and it is for another probably 15 seconds. All right, let's put some of that in here. Ooh, maybe this will cool it off some. Can we stop it? Can we stop it? I think we stopped it just for a moment. Okay. Okay. So this bit I'm going to put here, and we're going to swipe that down this way. Okay. 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 Oh, it's too far gone. Maybe not. I thought it was because it's kind of gummy. Looks like it's gonna sell. And doing just I need to, yeah, no, okay. I usually try to work out some of the propellant before I use any liquid gold like this. So I'm gonna do that just real quick right here. I don't know if you guys can see when I stir this around, there's bright and some dark. Probably can't see it. I'll do another demo of this. I have it in many videos, but essentially if you swirl this around, you'll see some dark, and I'm trying to let all the dark soak into that paperback. So you see that's where I slash it right there, how it's dark for a second. That is what it looks like where I'm working. All the dark that presents right there. See that dark right here? That's propellant. That's not the pigment. That's what keeps this pigment fluid until you use it. And the propellant will evaporate or soak into something else, which is what I'm trying to get it to do. And it's not going to soak into the cup that I'm using because most Dixie cups are wax lined. So I've got some on my this. And let's just swipe it over right here. So these are the cells from the gold that we mixed in the resin. I super love that. And this just isn't even waiting for the heat. It's already starting to sell. If you do this, this one that we put on not in resin, you have to hit it with heat almost immediately and not move it, because when the propellant evaporates out, whether you do what I did over here or not, even if I didn't do that at all and I just put it on here with the propellant, it would have eventually evaporated, probably within a couple minutes. And then once that happens and it moves, you'll get this crackle look, which I've used in underpaintings for oceans many times. But it's not ideal when you're trying to just have some nice gold cells. So if you want to do a liquid gold, mix it into a little bit of resin, and yes, it will sell over a base cell and still give you that nice highlight. Now it's a little bit off. Okay, how can we balance this? Nope. Nope. Where's the... I just need to tie in some gold in the other areas so that it makes sense. Okay. Now, this got real crazy busy, but I think I answered your questions about how to use base and top cells. Essentially, if I want cells in a piece that's not an ocean, I'm going to use a base cell, at least one. If I want to do an ocean, top cell all day. Now, you can put your ocean colors, your blues, and then, okay, let me pull out an ocean real quick. I happen to have one right here. So if I were going to use a base cell on an ocean, I do this every once in a while when I'm working on larger pieces that I want larger cells like this. And it's amazing. So this is just the tints, translucent colors with some Milky Way or shooting star, excuse me. And then I used a top cell white. Now I still got really nice big cells. They had a lot of room to grow into, and I used a lot of intense heat. This video is live on this channel a couple days ago. So if I wanted to use a base cell for a big ocean, I would do my translucent ocean colors just like I did. And then I would do the clear like I always do. And then I would do a thin line of a base cell white and then a thin line of a top cell white. That way my top cell will go over my base cell and make my waves with the bigger cells while still allowing my water to be translucent. If you guys want me to demo that, let me know. If you're sick of oceans, also let me know. I'm still going to do them, but still let me know. Meow. Look how big these, I needed something. So standard popsicle stick. That is, if I go any closer, I'm going to touch it. That is the same size or bigger as the end of a standard popsicle stick. That is a big cell size, y'all. And then where our top cell just went over top cell, the white went over the dark turquoise here. Still got cells. They're still nice. They're not as big. And because in some areas we had a top cell, base cell, top cell, base cell alternating, we have outlined cells, which are my all-time favorite when the cells change color, when they fade from white into not whites. I love it. Love it, love it, love, 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 love. Using base cells to get bigger cell structures in my artwork. Meow. Can I answer any questions that I missed whilst I was blathering? Comma. You have a little bit of time left to take advantage of our awesome sale codes. We do ship internationally, but if you guys are in Australia, I understand not ordering from me because they're imports from Australia. Ugh. All right. Let's see what everything says. What's up, Tressa?
Why did you draw all over that?
I didn't draw. What do you mean draw?
It was a little cleaner earlier.
It was, but
Watch your.
Got it. So looks like bio. Yes, it does. Merry Christmas, Miss Sue. 007 and Arttree. I've used some Arttree. I haven't used that many, but 007, 1000%. 1000%. Love the cracks. Same. So these CO tints are also base cell paste. Angela, the color passion products are what are base cell. The tints are from Color Obsession, not Color Passion. I know it's confusing, but they are two totally different companies. if you're asking that question because of the ocean that I just showed, that is from the Top Cell white and the intense heat that I use. I didn't put that much heat on what I demoed here today because it would have been too much heat for the base cell. But yeah, you can get bigger cells with the Top Cell white. You just have to use a lot of heat, and you really risk scorching your resin. So if you just want to get big cells the easy way, I always recommend adding in at least one base cell. So high heat, high flow heat gun for cells with Top Cell white. Brittany, exactly yes. The one that I use is usually red. It is by Amtake. It's an HG something. I think it's in the $20 range on Amazon. I have them linked in my Amazon storefront. If you click down in the description box below this video, there's a link. No worries, Emma. I hope you have an amazing day. Got it. The tints have less to do with it than Top Cell white. Yeah, the tint is just the color. It is not any at all what creates cells. However, you can make a tint cell over a base cell. Learned that the other day. Shannon, you burnt your resin today. You scorched it for the first time. Lesson learned. Man, when you scorch your resin, one, you can smell it. Even a no smell resin will put off this noxious smell. Okay, one. Two, it will smoke. You will see it. And three, you will be left with essentially what looks like my elbow. It's like a little bit of a scab. Your resin is just going to cure and just look like a scab on your piece. So if you do scorch your resin, be sure to scrape it off as soon as you can because it's going to leave a texture. It's not going to be cute. Bleh. Can I sand tomorrow and then flood coat it? You sure can. So if you guys want to take advantage of my sale and get you some base cell paste and top cell paste, you can do that. I hope you can still read this, but my website is artisttilldeath.com with 2 T's and 2 L's. And this sale goes on till December 24th, and you get a $50, you get a scratch off ticket, not this one because it's covered in resin, with every $50 spend. If you want to spend $25, use holiday 25 for 10% off. Spend $50, use code holiday50 for 15% off. $100 spend, get 20% off with holiday 100. And that only goes till December 24th. So support small businesses like me because I need it better than Amazon does. But if you buy through Amazon, click my link to get there. It helps my channel so much. So I love doing these techniques with you. I love getting requests. What is it that you guys want to learn or what you guys are having trouble with? And I'm happy to do the demo for you. Because what do we say? We do the test so you don't have to, right? So yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, it's Canvas's birthday. She just left me, but Canvas is 1 year old today. Happy birthday, tea time, baby Canvas. And I'm about to take her outside to go potty in the rain. So happy birthday. But if you guys have any questions or requests beyond what I've answered, please leave me a comment down in the description box under this video. And I will get to them ASAP. Also, this is my big boy Bowie. He's such a pretty boy. Thank you for the wink. Love you. If you can and you see people struggling with cells in any of the Facebook groups or other social media, it'd mean a lot to me if you shared my video. I'm trying to grow our channel for 2024. I'm watching people that have their play buttons from YouTube, and I'm super jealous. So please help me grow by leaving me your thumbs, interacting with the channel, and sharing videos. It all helps. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. And I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow. Depends on how much stuff I get done. I really want to get everything shipped before we go to Kansas for the holy days. And so, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. happy holidays and Merry Christmas, everybody. And I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. But till then, be kind to one another because you never know what someone's going through. And always remember, it's Canvas's birthday. And we do the test so you don't have to. Boop. Happy birthday, Bis girl. Happy birthday. Y'all, look at this teeny pot I threw. Isn't it precious? Anyways, you guys have an awesome, even smaller pot. Isn't it even more precious? What do you think? Blip. No, you can't eat it. All right, you guys. We'll see you later. Bye. We said bye.